Hi, welcome back. We did those three. Those were pretty tricky. Now let's do some questions a little more straightforward. So 90 degrees counterclockwise is, let's look at our notes. 90 degrees counterclockwise is switch spots and the y is negative. Okay, switch spots and the y is negative. So switch spots. And the y is negative. All right. So I use my steps, copy down the problem, make sure it's copied down, and set up my answer, my new coordinates. And I'm going to switch spots. So these guys switch spots, switch spots. Switch spots. So it's switch spots, but then the y is negative here. So I'm going to make that negative, negative, and this one would be positive. Now again, I could go back in and clean that up. We normally would not say positive 5. We would just say regular old 5. Nice work. Let's try another one. 270 is switch spots and the x is negative. So let's write that rule. Switch spots, but the x is negative. Okay, so my coordinate is w for -2, x 7, 3, y 1, 11, z -4, 6. So I'm pretty much going to do the same thing. Set it up. Right? And then switch spots. Switch spots. Switch spots. Switch spots. So I switch spots and the x is negative. So x is negative, x is negative, x is negative, and what was the x is now negative. So last, I might want to clean it up. So the coordinate -2, 4, looking good. -2, -4, 3, -7, 11, -1 is fine. But I might just write 6, 4 instead of 6, plus 4. Cool. All right, this one is, rotate 180. So my rule is they're now negative. So no switching of spots, they're negative now. So these, some students might just go straight here. That's going to be pretty easy to just switch spots. So I'm going to write it with the spots switched. So -2, -2, -6, -6, -5, -5, 3, 3. 1 and 0, switched would be 0, 1. Nice work. Okay, rotating 360. Wait a minute, guys. 360, that's just going to be in the same spot. So my new coordinate would still be the same. New coordinate is the same. Same, same. Cool. That was a fun one. So just got to make sure I copy that down right. Awesome. So I finished this set and this set. Now I just have to do 28 and 29. Let's do it. So, I took some extra notes in here. If you didn't get these are nice. You might want to even take a picture of your camera or screenshot. These were some really good lesson checks. And if you didn't already do lesson check for 3-1 and 3-2, if you ran out of time in class, make sure you go back. You can take it up to 3 times. And I'll just take your best score. So good luck on those. Okay, so we still have these two on the back. Let's take a look. It says quadrilateral J prime, K prime, L prime, N prime is an image that is the rotation of J, K, L, M around point P. So P. And so, maybe this is rotated around And maybe it's over here now. You know, who knows? We spun this. Makes sense? Something like that. Now it says, what would be true? Select all the true statements. Would angles J, K, L prime be the same? Well, we know it's, for one, we know rotation is rigid motion. I can move the mountain down. I can flip it over. So rotation is rigid motion, which means angles inside the same angles and side lengths. So those don't change of the shape itself. So if this was JKLM and I rotated it, now this would be J prime, K prime, L prime, M prime. This angle, JKL, this angle right here, would just be the same as the angle J prime, L prime, K prime. Would LM be congruent to JK? Well, in my picture, this would, but not necessarily true. Those are not corresponding lengths, so that'd be nope. Would angle KLM, would KLM, this angle, match JKL? No, not necessarily. What if this shape was slightly different? That one doesn't correspond. So I'm going to say no. Doesn't correspond. Would KL match ML? No. But would JK match J prime K prime? Yes. That's because of rigid motion. Okay. Now, let's see. 29. A point is rotated 270 degrees. The image of the point is 11.7. So this one's going backward again. Somewhere there was a point and it was rotated, and after it rotated, it landed in -11, +7. So here it is. Point, I'll call it point P, is at -11, +7. And that's the image. So kind of working backwards, where was the pre-image? So that must mean I rotated it 90, I rotated it 90, I rotated it 3 90s. I think that the original image, this one's my P prime, I think my pre-image is back here in quadrant 1. So if these are quadrants, right? If that's where it ended up, then where did it start? And I feel like it started three back. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if it went counterclockwise, it had to have started here to go 3 quadrants. And this is 3 quadrants, 3 90s. Yeah, so that's interesting. Let's find out the equivalent rotation. So what rotation is equivalent to 270 counterclockwise? Let's find out, because I'm trying to work backwards. What coordinate is equivalent to 270 counterclockwise? So that's the same thing as 90 clockwise. So if I was working backwards, let's see. I think I'm confusing myself. Let's go back. Let's make sure we got this right. Yeah, I need to go back. I think I had this right the first time. I need to go clockwise to figure out where it was. Yeah. The point is rotated 270 about the origin. Yeah, so that means working backwards. What is the same thing as a clockwise rotation of 270? Yeah, let me fix this. What is the same thing as a clockwise rotation of 270? Because if I go in reverse, back 90, back 90, back a third 90. This is where my point started. Yeah, okay. So I want to know equivalent to a 270 counterclockwise. 270. Keep saying it wrong, and I mean the same thing. 270 clockwise. That would have been the same thing as a 90 degrees clockwise. So let's look. 90 degrees clockwise would get me the same thing. So what is my rule? A 90 degree clockwise, I should have written down the rule when I was back here. Yeah, 90 degree clockwise, this is my rule. So I switch the X and Y, and the Y is negative. Okay, so I switch the X and Y, and the Y is negative. So I'm going to switch the X and the Y. The rule is the same as 90 counterclockwise, which means I switch the X and Y, and the Y is negative. Okay, let's see if that works. So I did have point P prime was negative 11.7. So if I switch the X and the Y is negative, I'm at negative 711. Yeah, I like that. Negative 711 is exactly the right quadrant. So this is my P prime, that's my image, and my pre-image is here in quadrant 3. So I get my answer, negative 7, negative 11. Nice work, guys. See you next time.